Hey everybody, welcome down, and I'm very excited about this video. I am joined by fellow PGA professional and ball striking supremo, Mr. Matthew Fryer. We're going to be playing 3 holes here at Formby Ladies Golf Club, but we're going to talk you through course strategy, how we are approaching these holes, and hopefully giving you some information to improve your own games. We hope, definitely. It's going to be done, 100%. 300 yards, 14th hole. I concede pin, which for me says let's hit driver. I don't know what you think about this.
Yeah, it's fool's play, I would say. It's littered with heather here. 300, like the way I'd approach this, if you were in a competition round, it's like, well, you can hit something 200 yards very easily and not get in those traps, and then you've got a 100-yard flick onto the green. If you miss driver, you could be anywhere.
Yeah, but it's only 300 yards away.
Okay, you crack on.
Well, I'm gonna
you do you, I'll do me. I'm gonna hit 4 iron.
That's it. I think this is one of the beauties of this. Let's talk about our different approaches. Let's see which one works.
Safe versus going for it almost.
Every single time. The only issue for me is the heather on the right.
Yeah.
There's room to the left of that heather.
Yeah.
So I think if I go straight at the pin and it fades a little bit.
Yeah, it is wide up there, but it's a long way. Fade, 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 fade.
Oh, I'll be good there. Maybe greenside bunker, I think.
Bunker, yes.
That was the one thing which didn't really think about then. What if I pull it? No pressure.
4 iron, and then flick on, hopefully. Hold your line.
Yeah, nice. Oh, big bounce. Settle. Settle. Wow. Right, it's just short of that bunker, but
yeah,
massive bounce. That opens the pin up. I think if you look at the very best players in the world, so PGA Tour, like the stats pretty consistently show that even if you're in the rough, like you're fine as long as you're further down there. Problem here is that's not rough.
That's rough, and also they've also got spectators finding the golf balls where it's you trying to find
grandstands as well.
Yeah, so
and grandstands.
Like, just whack it as hard as you can. You'll get relief. It'll be found. Wedge it on.
Yeah, it's
the PGA Tour. Theoretically, is pretty easy. Right, 69. Just trickled off the fairway.
Yeah, it just took an absolutely massive bounce.
This is what I'm saying. Like there, 4 iron with no stress. And I've got a flick of a wedge on. You had to it like you probably just clambered that water feature, really.
300-yard drive into a greenside trap, and all you can say is you got lucky.
Yeah. Well, there you go, folks.
I think a tip on this, well, like that bunker there off the tee. Tip there as well, if there is something like this that you don't want to go in, you should probably try and get that distance and just hit a club you know is not going to reach, and then you can hit it as hard as you want at it.
Yeah. That
one obviously a big bounce for you, but yeah. 69, where are you going to go in with?
I've got 56 here.
Land it short, let it dribble a bit?
Yeah, I think that's like a lot of people's problem with wedges when they wouldn't know a distance, so I know that if I swing my 56 and I swing to here where my hands are halfway through my chest, I know that it flies 60 yards. What did I say this was? 65 yards up to the flag. I know coming out of the rough, ground's bouncy, it's going to be able to bounce up a little bit. I can picture the shot then. You know a bit of yardage, and then you can actually envision what's going to happen instead of just standing there and thinking, I'll figure it out when I'm over the golf ball. Came out a little bit soft out of that lie. See, I should have hit driver and have a splash out of the bunker. I was totally wrong.
I didn't want to say. I didn't want to say, but just a splash onto the green, let it roll out a bit. How nice is it playing on a links course again, by the way? God. So there's a mark just on the green. It's going to be kind of hard to tell, but it's just one of the lighter splotches. Yeah, I mean, I just want to fly it over this stuff because there's a little ridge here. So obviously I don't want to hit into that.
Nicely done.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm not going to lie, I flew that slightly further than I wanted, but came out nice and soft. So it's basically 2 high tariff shots I've had to hit there. Yeah. So yes, the reward is greater, but obviously the risk is greater as well. What would you recommend there, Fry? Like putting off the green? I'm kind of very much for, if it feels comfortable, do it from wherever you want.
If you struggle with chipping, why wouldn't you get your putter out? If there's, you know, it's a lot easier sometimes to control it along the floor, isn't it? And you can,
yeah. I
would hope you're not going to fat it or duff it or thin a putt, are you? Is why a lot of people are struggling with that. And if you can get your putter just going, even if it's to 15, 20 feet, that's better than you thinning it across the green, isn't it?
It's kind of just letting go of that stigma as well, isn't it? Like,
yeah, but like, you watch like when the Open comes around here, how many pros do you watch just put off the green?
Oh yeah, loads.
It's just is the norm, because like you look at the turf here, it's so pure, it's like a green. And even at your local clubs now, yeah, they're a little bit spongy. The only hard bit is judging coming from like a fluffier lie onto a green, because you're changing speed. So as long as you've got that in your mind and you can equate for that, it's a safe shot, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'd rather under pressure do that instead of being nervous, stood over the chip and fat it right in front of you.
This is a layup hole.
This is a layup hole.
This is.
Well, that's interesting, because it's a longer hole, isn't it? So you would go, well, surely you need to hit driver because it's 370. So for your average golfer hitting it, what, just shy of 200, leaves you nearly another 200. But it's better to be in play, isn't it?
It's really not worth it. You've got gorse left, you've got out of bounds right, the narrowest of gaps to try and thread the drive through. It's just no point.
Like, as basic as it sounds, like trying to get it in play a little bit more often. So many times, like when I go out with my friends or, you know, on course lessons, and it's just like, well, par 4 whack driver.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, if you hit, you know, three hybrid, like your hybrid down and 2 7-irons to the front, you've probably got a better scoring opportunity because you're not 5 off the tee.
That's goes back to the whole thing about the PGA stats.
Yeah, they're misleading.
But they are good at driving.
Yeah, they're good at the game.
That's one of the key differences.
They're facing a different challenge to what your average golfer is, and we're trying to keep the ball in play.
Just please,
like trying to find it again.
Just stay in play. Oh, how good did that sound, by the way?
Right where I aimed it though.
Nice shot, very good.
I've got 130 yards here, wind's coming into me. We can only really feel it down here, that's one thing I would say as well. A lot of people underestimate wind.
Yeah.
If you're feeling it here at 6 foot high, when this ball goes up to 90 feet high, it's going to be awfully different. It's probably going to be 2 or 3 times more, isn't it?
Yeah, you're on a bit of an upslope as well.
Yeah, so 135 is a wedge for me, but I've got 9-iron out here. I'm going to grip down a little bit, knock the flight down and just make sure it gets through the wind, because the flag's on the front as well.
Yeah.
So play beyond it. Even if it goes to the back of the green, it's better than chipping up the hill.
Yeah, it's a false front as well, isn't it? It's going to run back down. Great strike. The wind's pushing it a touch more.
Yeah.
Yeah, well judged, sir.
There we go.
Nice shot.
Green. Easy as that.
Easy as pie, mate. I'm going to follow the same kind of vibe as you, I think, Fry. We've got a wedge, so like a little 3/4 ones. Yeah, it's kind of just over 120, so might be cutting it a little bit more fine, but I think yours flew. Yeah, I'm just thinking a 3/4 one should be all right. I think of a fade as well. I should spin a bit that way. Yeah, these irons do sound very, very nice.
Couple of swales, even like walking the line of this putt. I think a lot of people just walk up to the ball, hit it at the flag, don't get a feel for what's going on. Journey up and down the line, you'll start to get a bit of an idea. Come on a journey with me through time and space. All about them journeys. Oh, you joker.
It went right
you joker. That was disgusting. How did that not go in?
Right at the end it went. Oh.
Well, Pete, that was majestic. Lovely to see. Lovely.
How often do we say, Jacob, talk through the shots?
You paint a picture in your mind, don't you? You give your brain an objective of what you're trying to do. The only problem is you need a brain for that.
Now. So after the last hole, the wind is directly off the right. Got a wedge. If I hit a full wedge and it gets up into that wind, it's probably going to be knocked down. I've only got half a set. So if I hit an 8-iron, 3/4 8-iron should go about 140. And if I fade it back into the wind, should take a little bit off and land it around 130. Oh, golf is quite easy when you think about it, isn't it, really? Don't know why I make it so complicated. Yeah, I think it's been a birdie-filled day. Wallop that like button if you want to see another one right here. The same kind of tactic, fading it into the breeze to hold it.
Yeah, instead of working with it, just work into it. Now at the peak of its flight, it should move in and die.
Oh, that's horrible.
I thought that was going to be perfect with its right yardage. So that was about a yard left. It was one bounce and just nestle up next to the flag.
Listen, that's one of the things about golf, like you're never going to be able to legislate for everything. Just Bad bounce off the side of the green, but now we do get to see Matthew's amazing short game. So
might even put that. I think as well on these shots, you've got to accept what is a good shot. Either throw it up, or I might even just play it a little bit low and nudge it. Just take a bit of sting out of it. Like that, and yeah, gone.
Yeah, just it's not too
the
bad.
place to miss it.
But like, you've not compounded the error. That's the thing, again, you've not left it back at your feet.
No, yeah, if you were trying to flop it up and get too cute and all of a sudden it's there and then it's down to you, you've got to, it was the tee shot that has caused the problem.
Oh, what a line. What a line.
Nice.
Yeah, steady. How do you want it, mate?
I'm going to have it out. Bob Rotella it.
Do you want to explain that a little bit? The
yeah.
it's one of his drills, isn't it? For
yeah, I think was it Darren Clark before he won the Open. He was struggling with his putting. He was getting too involved, so he just told him, right, we'll get a lob wedge out. Let's go to the putting green, and I want you to just roll some putts for me. So then all you're focused on is just rolling the ball towards the hole, just getting your strike a little bit. Obviously didn't work that time, but if you ever really struggle it, and I think it's a good way to declutter your mind, you can just take your normal putting grip and just start to roll the ball towards the hole just like that and leave it right on the edge each time.
Try it, mate.
Pleasure. Hope
Appreciate
that helps you followers.
Awesome, thank you so much, guys. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hop over to Matt's channel and subscribe, wallop that like button, and continue watching here for more content. Right, guys, thank you so much. See you next time.